Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, some college football. As you guys know, this is the first week of college football. I know they had some games, of course, over the weekend, but that's like week 0, and like some teams play extra games, but this is the first week where everybody go out there, premiere week, and we're seeing a lot of big time matchups. Of course, the main matchup we've been talking about is Texas versus OSU. That's going to be a very good game, very good showing. So that's going to be a nice matchup right there. You're going to have OSU and Texas. Texas is ranked number 1. We're going to dive into the rankings too as well. They're ranked number 1 and OSU is number 3, right? Yeah, number 3. So you'll see those two battling. That'll be good. That'll be good. I believe it's on Saturday, right? I think Friday, Saturday game. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a nice game, a nice showing. The battle of the trenches. We know Texas D-line is always very good. OSU O-line will be a battle of that. And then you're also going to see some young quarterbacks. You look at Arch Manning, of course, being officially the full-time starter. We know he was playing here and there in spurts last year and stuff like that, playing when Quinn Ewers was the quarterback. And then you look at OSU quarterback, Julian Sayin. He was a freshman last year. He played a little bit. He came in like for a few passes, but Will Howard was the guy. Will Howard did phenomenal things too as well. Helped them lead them to the national championship where they won. And playoff series they had, those 2 playoff games to get into the national championship, and winning that one as well was very good. So both of the quarterbacks got some shoes to fill a little bit. Archie Manning, of course, the hype of him being the Manning, being Cooper Manning's son, being Archie Manning's grandson, the nephews of Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. So there's a lot of hype around him as well. And then Julian Sayin, you got to fill those shoes. Will Howard, what he did last year. The team is a championship team. They won a championship, part of a championship. And usually when you come off a championship, people holding you to high expectations to get back to that championship. They still, okay, you won one, okay, you win another one. So that's going to be a lot of storyline implications. We're finally going to see what's going to happen, of course. And we're getting right into some college football. It's going to be nice to see that game right there. I'm definitely be tuning in for that game. I'll probably do a reaction right after the game as well, so be on the lookout for that. But some of the college rankings right now, we see, of course, like I mentioned, Texas is number 1. Penn State is number 2, Drew Aller. I'm going to discuss him a little bit later today, so for a special video, so be on the lookout for that. But, he's a big-time quarterback name. Going to be circulating around a lot. You're going to hear a lot of him, of course, circulating, especially for the draft time. 6'5" quarterback, 238 pounds. Got a strong arm as well. Back-to-back good season so far, like that. His complete percentage go up. His his scoring, production, and everything like that. Him being more efficient has been going up. So we'll see how he look, of course, now this season. Penn State has a cool team as well. They got a lot of pieces everywhere as well. So we'll see what happens. Ohio State is number 3, and then we had number 4 Clemson. You got Georgia. Georgia always. I thought Georgia had the best. I don't know how they find them, but the defense, they always find guys like that. Look at last year what they had like that. Just take one guy for instance who I liked a lot last year from Georgia defense with Malachi Starks, phenomenal. Like that, so like they always seem to find like a star player in their defense, have a star player in their defense, and have a good defense overall and stuff like that. And last year they possibly could have won, in the college football playoffs, but the quarterback position, all the different things that's happening. I think who they had, Carson Beck, right? I think Carson Beck was their quarterback, if I'm mistaken. And he got banged up in one of the games or something happened, of course, as well. Hold on real fast. Okay, there you go. He was down a little bit. But what was I saying about Carson Beck? Carson Beck. He was there, got injured in one of those games, and they was playing great defense. And the game was right in reach for Georgia, but they couldn't overcome it like that, and they lost, of course. And Carson Beck, I don't believe he's on the Miami Hurricanes, right? Let me see. Carson Beck, yes, Miami Hurricanes now. So we'll see how he does there. But yeah, it didn't work out too well with that. So we'll see how Georgia looked this year. Notre Dame is ranked number 6. What they did last year, of course. Notre Dame always get, high ranking every time like that. A lot of people have a lot of hope for Notre Dame every time. This time they actually they got all the way there. They fell short though, but we'll see. Oregon number 7. Yeah, Alabama, number 8 right now. They got their quarterback, Ty Simpson is going to be their starter, of course. We're going to see how he looked fully, because he had some moments here and there where he played, but we're going to see how he fully looks, of course. Alabama defense looks very good, of course. It's going to be very good defense, and we're just going to see if they can find a way to get back to being bound football when they had Coach Saban that's up there. So we'll find out. You have LSU at number 9. They're number 9 on the list, of course. Garrett, another quarterback who's going to be hearing his name a lot, probably draft prospects in 2026. He's going to be, I can never say his last name perfectly. Garrett Nusimir, something like that. But he's going to be a prospect, of course. You're going to see a lot with him, of course, around and stuff as well. I think I'm putting some more weight because he's like 6'2", 180, 190 like that. I feel a lot of quarterbacks nowadays are a little more slimmer, like in a sense, kind of like Jaden Daniels is, but Jaden Daniels, still play phenomenal. So we'll see how he does. Miami at number 10. You got Arizona State at number 11. We're gonna be hearing a lot of the receiver too as well. Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson will be having his name circulated around as well a lot. He had over 1,000 yards last year. Played very good. One of the top prospects coming out of this year. Like that. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of in-season draft videos as well. Discussing some guys who want to be some top-level guys. So be on the lookout for a lot of that coming. So you'll hear his name a lot. So be ready to hear him like that because he's gonna make a lot of big-time plays this year, especially in this year. If we're in the draft, use that from the receiver, go out there and just burst free like that. So we'll see how he looks. Number 12 is Illinois. Number 13, you got South Carolina. 14, you got Michigan. 15, you got Florida. 16, you got SMU. I'm trying to go to some SMU games like that. I'm trying to go to some SMU games. They're not that far from here. They're like 25 minutes or something. I'm trying to go to some of those games. So I might, if I do go to the games, I'll probably record like a little vlog thing or something and be there. That'd be cool to do. And maybe some other college football games. I do want to go to like one of those rivalry games. Like I see, they always have the Gremlin versus Prairie View, the HBCU little rivalry to be happening. I might go to one of those games and do a video there too as well. So be on the lookout for some of that stuff. I'm trying to go to some of those games. I want to go to like some of those rivalries, games like that too as well, like Texas and Oklahoma. That'd be cool to go to. You can find some tickets for that. By the time they always sell out like that, so you gotta be ready and prepared for that. But that'd be cool to go to too as well. So I'm gonna try to see about going to some of those. It'd be great to get some. I can get some media access. I can try to see if I can get some media access. They gotta apply for it and see if you can get down there, maybe get an interview or something after the game or something. But I'll try. We'll see. Also, you got Kansas State at 17, Oklahoma at 18, Texas A&M at 19, Indiana at 20, Ole Miss at 21, Ohio State at 22, and Texas Tech at 23, 24 you got Tennessee, and 25 you got Boise State. So yeah, those are the top 25 teams right now. We know a lot of that will change, of course, after this week, and especially Texas and Ohio State going against each other in week 1. We're gonna see a lot of that changing like that. Sometimes teams always get like a little easy opponent first week, but it's gonna be a big time matchup in week 1. So it's gonna be nice to see what happens like that, because Ohio State, the reigning champions, Texas, a team that's looked very promising, of course. Arch Manning, of course, all the hype and all the prospects around him being maybe entering the draft next year if he does, or the year after. So gonna be a lot of storylines going on with that. So be on the lookout for that. We also know Bryce Underwood, I think, got named the starting quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, for Michigan as well. So we'll see how he looks. I believe he's a freshman as well, so he's gonna be the starting quarterback. And yeah, so there's a lot of guys, a lot of young quarterbacks who are stepping in. Cause a lot of those guys who was there for years, those seniors and juniors who entered the draft and who left. A lot of those spaces are free up now. We're gonna see a lot of new faces. We've seen some transfers happen, of course, as well. What's that guy name with the long name? What's his name? Let me pull him up. I always forget his name every time. What's that quarterback name? He has a long name. Yeah, I keep seeing him transfer every 5 seconds. Well, what is his name? What is that quarterback name? Let's see, QB. Nope, it's not him. Dang, what's that quarterback name? Hold on, guys. I'm in the video, but I need to find out who the quarterback is. Because if I don't figure it out, they're going to hunt me the rest of the video. What is that quarterback name with the long name that's always transferring all the time? Yeah, Nico Iamaleava. Yeah, he transferred again because he was on a few teams like that. He's transferring around and stuff as well. I know he had like a lot of promise at one point, but he didn't live up to the expectations. I think he was at Tennessee at one point, and then he get transferred somewhere else and transfer different places. So we'll see how he looks as well. Because I remember his name was like highlighted a lot. We kept seeing his name pop up a lot over and over and stuff, and he kept moving different spots. So I don't know if the height is still the same, but we'll have to figure out and find out. Cause I think he's one of the quarterbacks they have entering the draft class as well this year. So we'll see. And we know Colorado, of course, Coach Sanders gonna get a lot of attention. It's Coach Sanders. He always make everything, no pun intended, prime time. So I'm gonna definitely be tuning into them as well to see what they do. Last year they went 9-4, I believe. Hopefully they can replicate that or do even better, of course, and see how things happen. So this is all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. I don't know everything about every college team because there's too many college teams to follow. Mostly I only know about the Texas teams because I live in Texas, and other teams, of course, some of the big time teams and some smaller teams here and there like that. But I don't know about everything. So if you know anything, if I misspoke or say something, leave Leave it down below in the comment section down below, and let me know who I should be looking and watching this season, of course, and also some players as well that I should be watching this season, because I mentioned a few players. I'm gonna make a video about, I'm gonna be a Steeler video about some players that the Steelers need to be watching, of course, for next year for the draft like that. So be on the lookout for that content. But I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.